Hello, this is David Austin with the BBC News. A wall has collapsed at a church in South Africa's KwaZulu-Natal province, killing at least 13 people. Political leaders have sent their condolences to those affected by the tragedy. Milton Nkosi in Johannesburg has the details.
Congregants had been attending a weekend-long church service to mark Easter Passover when a wall collapsed, killing 13 worshippers. Emergency services said that 29 people who sustained minor to serious injuries were rushed to hospital. Government officials in the coastal province of KwaZulu-Natal said that heavy rainfall in the area around Empangeni may be the reason why the part of the Pentecostal church came tumbling down. Local reports said that some people were sleeping when the brick walls fell.
Climate change activists across Europe have stepped up their protests against what they perceive as government inaction against global warming. In London, where protesters have disrupted traffic for 5 days, a group as young as 13 picketed Heathrow Airport. They held a black banner asking, "Are we the last generation?" These young people explained why they were taking part.
I'm angry that it's had to come to this, and it's us that are the ones doing this when it should be the adults who have messed this up for us and messed this up for the future generations that should be fixing the mistakes that they've made.
I'm here because I fear for my future, I fear for everyone's future. I love this planet and I love everyone on this planet. It's that love, it's that fear that gives me courage to act.
The French Interior Minister Christophe Castaner has accused the Yellow Vest movement of planning a protest beside the fire-damaged Notre Dame Cathedral on Saturday. He said messages on social media were threatening violent protests that would bring fire and blood to Paris. Police in Northern Ireland say a woman who was shot dead during rioting in the city of Londonderry on Thursday was a journalist and that she was murdered by dissident Republicans. Assistant Chief Constable Mark Hamilton told a news conference that a gunman had fired a number of shots towards police and the journalist Lyra McKee. She died of her wounds in hospital. Standing alongside the Speaker of the Northern Ireland Assembly, the visiting leader of the US House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, expressed her condolences.
The Speaker very beautifully spoke about that sadness that goes with that, but also the determination to bring the person who perpetrated that crime to justice, and of course to extend the deepest sympathies and sadness to the family on this Good Friday as we go into Easter.
World News from the BBC. Plans to hold direct talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban have suffered a major setback. The meeting, designed to find ways to end Afghanistan's long-running civil war, was due to take place this weekend in the Qatari capital of Doha. But the Taliban objected after a list of 250 people from all walks of life, including around 50 women, was announced to represent the government. Russia has dismissed the report by the US Special Counsel Robert Mueller into Russian collusion with President Trump's election campaign, saying it contained nothing new. President Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, said it only confirmed Russia's long-held view that the investigators would fail to find any proof of Russian interference in the 2016 election. However, the report states unequivocally that the Russian government did interfere in the election. Last-minute preparations are underway in Ukraine for the only debate between the two presidential candidates before a runoff vote on Sunday. 2 stages have been set up inside the Olympic Stadium in Kiev, from where Jonah Fisher reports.
2 days before they vote, Ukrainians will at last see the two candidates for the presidency in the same place and at the same time. Volodymyr Zelensky and Petro Poroshenko will this evening stand on separate stages inside Kiev's Olympic Stadium, surrounded by tens of thousands of their own supporters. It will be a clash of styles. President Poroshenko is a hugely experienced politician, so is widely expected to run rings around his opponent on policy. Mr. Zelensky is a comedian. He may well have some painful one-liners up his sleeve.
The Liberian President George Weah has been forced to work from home after 2 snakes were discovered at his office. A presidential spokesman told the BBC that 2 black snakes were spotted emerging from a hole in the wall. Those are the latest stories from BBC News.